Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hope and I make press-on gel nails. We're going to be doing a little Taobao haul. If you watched my video from a couple posts ago, I did a shop with me for Taobao / kind of shopping guide as well using Superbuy. So if you're interested in more of the FAQ and shopping portion of this whole journey, then you can watch that video. I'll put it in the little eye. But today we're going to be doing the actual haul, which is honestly a lot of press-on supplies like stands and swatch beads, as well as charms, mostly Aurora charms, but some other like designer kind of charms in there as well. And then stickers and a lot of dried flowers. Honestly, oh my gosh, I'm so excited and so happy that I was able to find a listing that sold really pretty, good quality dried flowers. And also throughout, I'll be posting prices in the corner for both the raw and then kind of like what I paid in combination with shipping. Obviously shipping is something that is going to differ depending on your order and your country, but hopefully that'll give you a little FYI of hopefully how much you should budget on top of the actual item cost. So if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned. Please give the video a like as well and subscribe if you want to see more gel nails content. All of my discount codes will be in the description as well if you'd like to support the channel in any way. Thank you very much if you do. Oh, and a little sneak peek into my next upload as well. It's going to be a nail vlog, but I'm currently on crunch time because, spoiler, I'm traveling at the end of April through May. So we got to be prepping a lot of things for that trip. If anybody has any guesses of where I'm going, please leave it in the comments below. I'm very interested. That's going to be it for the intro. Stay tuned for the Taobao haul, which I'll go over to now. Hello guys. Firstly, we're going to go through press-on supplies. It's mostly stands, honestly, so it should be pretty quick to power through. But as you can see, I did get a few different varieties. In terms of transparent stands, I picked up 2 varieties, 2 of the single 5-piece stand ones, and then I have 3 of these 10-piece ones. I'm so glad I found these 10-piece ones. Firstly, because they are frosted. So you see there's not as much of a glare. When I have my light here, when I'd have a transparent one, every time I would shift it, there'd be like a massive glare that would go through the stand. I'll put a clip in here if I can find one. But with this frosted one, I do not have that issue. So it's so much easier for filming, honestly. If you also like to film nail content, then I would definitely recommend a frosted one. So much better. And it has a really nice thickness and like weighting to it. It's not gonna fall over and it's not very likely that you'd like nudge it on your table either. They do come with a cardboard backing first. You just peel this off and then you have your perfect stand. Additionally, I did also pick up one of these 5-piece ones. Same scenario, it comes with the cardboard backing that you just peel off and it's frosted underneath. I have used this and the previous 10-piece in my most recent set where I made these nails and they're gorgeous. They're so nice. Again, I just really like the weighting of them. The magnets are strong and there's no glare. This is exactly what I want from a press-on dip stand. You do get a bunch of individual stands with them. I think in my order across all the different stands I picked up, I've probably got like 40 of these. They do have a nice weight to them, honestly. They're metal, so if you're going to be using cat eye polish on them, just one thing to note there, you probably shouldn't because it's gonna pull the pearls. If you're just using syrup gels or glitter gels, you know, any other gels, they're nice. They have a nice weight to them. I'm personally not going to use them because the stands I use are from a nail artist actually on Instagram. She's called Minute Nails or Minute Nails. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. They're really long ones that she 3D prints. I'll put in an image if I have one. So personally, I don't use these. Honestly, I don't really know what to do with them because I kind of just hoard them. If anybody's in the UK that wants these tip stands, actually like let me know in the comments because I'm more than happy to post these to you. Also mention how many you'd like, if so, because I have so many. I'll count and put on the screen how many I actually have. But yeah, let me know in the comments or you can DM me on Instagram as well if you would like these. In terms of individual stands, I did pick up, I think 7 more of my heart Aurora ones that I always use. I love these. I love them so much. I did buy 5 in my original order last year and it wasn't enough. I didn't have enough, so I picked up more because I try to stay in the habit of working on one set at a time and then completing that set. However, recently, I won't lie, there's been quite a few instances where I'm working on a couple of sets at a time because I have so many ideas in my brain. So I've been running out of individual stands. Also, when I've been wanting to work on like 5 or 6 nails of a set at a time, for example, if I'm going through like all my ombre bases or French tips, I like to do them all on individual stands. I haven't had enough individual stands. This on the listing did look white compared to the ones I have, which are yellow. When they arrived, they're the same color. So if you can, I think, see the shift there, that kind of like yellowy, greeny hue is how it actually looks. Again, these actually have a really good magnet on them as well. I love them. They come in a lot of different colors as well, like purple, green. I was so tempted to pick up the purple one, but then I just knew for my aesthetic. I just like the clean look of the white yellow ones. Last for stands is this white one. This has like, I don't know if you can see that very well. It has like a fuzzy texture on the bottom, like one of those that grips surfaces. And then it's like a matte white kind of painting color. I did try to find one of these that didn't have any writing on it. This was the least obtrusive one that I could find. It is all in all pretty nice. I did pick this up specifically for the use case of displaying my tips mid-set so that I could show like when all my base coats are done, you know, like this, because this one doesn't have any glare on it. It's square, so it frames the shot nicer for like a short video. I feel like it's very specific, but that's why. But now that I'm looking at this, I may actually buy another one of these and keep this one for displaying my set once it's actually finished, because at the moment I tend to just balance all the tips on a white press-on case. It's very temperamental. I don't recommend doing that method. It's just that it kind of the way that I display them now. I haven't really found a way to display them differently until I found this. The only thing is I may paint over the text with a white painting gel. I'm considering like mixing a custom color and just painting this over so that I can like hide it, because I don't want the writing there. It's so obtrusive. But yeah, again, I couldn't find a listing that didn't have any writing whatsoever. As you expect from these kind of like magnetic ones, it has a very nice magnet to it. And then lastly, in terms of press-on nail supplies, I did pick up more glass swatch beads for my clouds. I think this is 100. I'm not planning to buy many gels for the foreseeable future, so I'm hoping this will last me a good amount of time. Again, if you watch my like Taobao shop with me video, there's so many varieties of these glass beads on Taobao compared with AliExpress and Temu. You could go wild and pick up lots of fun different shapes. I just love the cloud ones. Next, I'm gonna cover stickers. I only picked up stickers from one seller, but as you can see, I picked up a lot. This is not all of them. I did already take out some of the Chanel ones that I used in my tweed nail set. I'll put in a clip if I have them. But yeah, guys, look at that, that's crazy. I picked up so many. I have no regrets though. I think each one was about 40p. I'll put on screen. Very worth it. I'll go through them in terms of brand. I only picked up one of the Dior ones. This is how it looks. Because honestly, Dior it's okay. I don't know, to me, I feel like usually it's typical for people to gravitate towards different designer brands, right? Dior for me is just one of those that I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's classic. It's not exactly my vibe, but some of them are pretty. I did like this one, and I like shade of pink on this, and I also like the ones that have this kind of stripe tape as well. Next is Celine. They didn't have many Celine options. I think maybe this was the only one actually, but it's very cute. Again, I really like the ones that have the wording as well. When it has the individual word stickers, I find that that's quite versatile to use because you can kind of like lay it as you want. Sometimes these tape ones can be a bit thick depending on the nail and the design that you're using. These are both of the Gucci ones. Again, pretty cute. And I really appreciate the variety of sizes as well. These two, I'm not actually sure whether they are branded or whether they're just like decor ones. Or maybe I'm just completely like blanking on what brand this is. I don't think these are branded. I thought they were pretty cute, just, you know, like for the kind of star chain details, things like this. And lettering is usually pretty useful. Then we have a bunch of Louis Vuitton ones. I was about to say YSL, but they're Louis Vuitton. Can't really see the white one, but these three are all the same stickers. It's just in different colorways. I do quite like the white ones. If you put them on like quite a strong colored background, they show up very nicely. And then there's these two. I really like the, I don't know what it is, these symbols, these clovers, and these like triangular clovers, very cute. And then again with these ones, you just have a variety of details and kind of patterns, small stickers, things like that. Then the Chanel ones, this is not all of them. I've used some of them already because I think in total I picked up like 10 different Chanel ones. They had so many. You kind of have your standard Chanel logos. These come in black as well. So you have white, and then this is actually a silver one. This one again is just a lot of logo designs. And then these two, the pink and the blue, are pretty cute. I quite like these because they have bows and Chanel with bows. I just like the variety of different kind of designs that they've made for these stickers. I don't know, they're very cute. I have used the white ones and the black ones quite extensively in my tweed nail set. Actually, I'll get that. As you can see, turn down the exposure, so hopefully you can see this okay. But yeah, as you can see, there's like wording stickers that I've used to like go up the sides. And then this is a Chanel logo sticker. Also some more like small Chanel logo stickers here. These are actually two charms. I have the logo on them. I'll show those in a bit. And then yeah, I cut up some of the stickers as well for here. But very cute, very dainty. Really glad I picked up such a variety. And then the last one is these Miu Miu. I always find that a struggle to say. Honestly, Miu Miu is like my favorite designer brand at the moment, or like ever. I don't own designer goods, but I really love the aesthetic of Miu Miu. Miu Miu. Yeah, maybe one day. But yeah, they didn't have many again. I think from these, I'll probably end up using the little wording the most. That is my whole array of designer stickers. If there's any specific brands that you want me to make a set with, please let me know in the comments below. Next, I'll cover nail molds. I only picked up 2, but this is how they look. They're actually quite bendy. They're super bendy, wow. I feel like nail molds are usually not that bendy. They're very flexible, which I guess actually makes sense because the molds inside are very detailed. If you can see that, it's a lot of little flowers. This one, this is how it looks on the front and then on the back as well. And then the other one is pretty similar, but it's a different flower, like a different kind of flower. So it looks like this. And then the smaller one looks like that. I really appreciate nail molds that do flowers in different sizes because you know not everybody wants to wear tips that are this length. It's been a bit of an adjustment for me to learn how to live with this length over the past day. But I do like it. I like the real estate that you have on this length. Main thought process was spring, summer, flower nails. You know the deal. Every year we go crazy with the 3D flower nails. And then speaking of flower nails, oh my gosh, no. That wasn't very calming, I'm sorry. Look at all my dried flowers. I went a bit crazy with the dried flowers. I don't have any regrets. These two I picked up from different sellers, I believe. They're the same kind of flower, so they're these small, kind of like 5-petal flowers, just in a very bright blue color and then a very bright orange color. Super, super pretty. Although, I'm noticing that the orange one is filled like twice the amount, so maybe a no. If you're gonna buy from one seller, maybe buy from this seller. And then I do have some packages as well here. Oh, that's so cute. I feel like they put in glitters. So all of these ones I'm about to show you are from the same seller. I think it's like Winnie's Corner. They put in 2 glitters. How cute. I think they are just like glitter flakes. So we have like a silver, pink and green one. And then, this looks like a chunky glitter. Like a blue, kind of aurora, chunky look. Following on from the tiny dainty flowers, we have these 3. I did try to be very restrained on these, honestly, because she has so many different colorways. You could also pick up individual colors, like single colors, but I did opt to go with some of the mixed colors because I thought that would just made a bit more sense, because realistically, how often am I going to use these in sets? Probably not very often, so it makes more sense for me to diversify the ones that I'm getting because they are a bit pricey. Each one of these is like £2. They are a similar kind of flower shape to the other one that I showed you previously. So this one is a purple colorway, kind of like it's more like a muted purple, honestly. So some muted kind of lilacs, and then some cool tones, as well as some like white kind of pale cream shades and deep purples. I just really like them. I feel like, as you can tell, I really like this colorway. It matches my current nails very well. I especially think like a muted flower set is kind of interesting to me. This one is a pink and yellow variation, same kind of flowers. I think these are called plum blossoms from what I was seeing on the listing, you know, like these veiny ones. I believe they're plum flowers. You can also buy variations of these in like a really deep, beautiful, vibrant pink color. I almost got that, but then I restrained myself. I really like pink and yellow together. It's a very cute combo. And then this one, probably my favorite colorway, is of course your kind of pink and green. Like, this is the epitome of spring, right? And this is what I mean about these deep pink tones. I opted to pick it up in this small one rather than buying them by themselves. The lime green is my favorite. Of course, I love lime green so much. Super pretty and super, super tiny as well, if you can see that in comparison. These flowers are a bit different. This was another listing on the website, which is for like mixed variety flowers. So you can see here there's a lot of different, what's it called, types of flowers or breeds? It's not breeds, right? Types of flowers. You have some carnations, roses, those again like small 5-petal ones, as well as some like really tiny rosebud ones, if you can see those there. Like, they're tiny, they're absolutely tiny. And then when you flip it over, you also have some of these big pinky veiny ones as well. So this one's actually a very nice mixture of different flowers. They did have one of these in a gorgeous toffee. I think it was called toffee on the listing, but it was this gorgeous like latte brown cream mixture, like toffee mixture. It looked so pretty. It was sold out, otherwise I would have picked that up, because I could just imagine like a nude set, like a nude themed like brown cream set with flowers. And then the last ones are these kind of like veiny flowers. I picked them up in 4 types. I kept adding and taking out a lot of different colorways from my basket because I really wanted a lot of these. A lot of them again were sold out, unfortunately. But I kind of went with, you know, my blues and purples and then my greens. I love these 2 colors. These are my favorite colors. Purple and green, they are the best colors. You can fight me on that. Actually, don't fight me on that, I probably lose, but I love them. I love these colors. I was really inspired by a nail artist that I follow on Instagram called Huey Nailed It, because she made a set which was dried flower themed. It looked so, so pretty when she made the set, and it's honestly my inspiration for wanting to source these and pick them up. I just love the veiny nature, like the fact that you could lay this on like the background of a nail and then add stuff onto it. So it's kind of like your base design. I just really like that concept. Also considering like adding 3D onto them, or like mixing glitter into some 3D gel and like adding that over the top. I don't know, like I just feel like there's a lot of different ways you could decorate these, which would give them like a different feel. I have your kind of like creamy, very light blue, kind of like baby powder blue, and then some cool toned purples. This is what these look like on the back. Some kind of like deeper but still muted blues and purples with some like small flowers as well. As for the greens, kind of like a true muted kind of spring green. So this one is like a lot of your pale pastel but muted pastel green. It's kind of giving Devoc 4 Seasons spring colorways to me. But yeah, just like a lot of pretty cool toned greens, and that is how they look on the back. I also really like this kind of like beigey green as well. And this one, we already know this one's my favorite, guys. It's the lime green. Could you imagine this in a set using the Devoc lime green shade from the Cherry Blossom collection? Because that would look so good, absolutely stunning. I can't wait to use these. It's kind of giving golden apple as well. If anybody knows those like the apple variety, they're the best apples. And that's how this one looks on the back as well. This green right here, she is the moment. Because like, especially when you match the greens with like the small flowers, and it looks so good. In terms of more flower charms, I did pick up 2 of these packs of like various flower shapes in different colors. I don't really know how to describe them beyond that. Your white, yellow, pink and orange, and they come in different sizes, which I liked as well. And they put in a bunch of rhinestones and pearls. I think there's actually like a little place in the middle in the center of these where you can put in a pearl, which I really appreciate. That's how they've been designed. They're kind of like a plasticky glass charm, so not something you'd probably want to paint with anything, although maybe you could try powder, I'm not sure. And then the last kind of miscellaneous charms that I wanted to show you. These are the same charms that was on the tweed nail set. They come in such a mixture of colors, and they're all different like shifts as well. So you have like some that are very yellow, some that are orange, blue, green, purple, but then also some that have like a bit of like multi-dimensional shift as well. Also, these sorts of charms tend to look different depending on whether it's on a white background or a dark background. They're as stunning in person as they are on the listing. If this is something that you're interested in, I definitely recommend picking these up because they were not expensive at all either. These are some other varieties of silver charms that I picked up. These kind of, I think these are the same as the Louis Vuitton logo runs, right? Two types. So I picked up like small clover style and then like big round actual clover style ones. I did just take a couple of the large ones out so that I could kind of feel how flimsy, or okay, they're not flimsy at all. I don't know why. To me, they look like cheap, but they're not. Like they actually feel quite nice quality. Maybe it's just the back side. Yeah, this is how they look on the front side. Actually, they look very nice quality on the front. Okay, no worries. I did think these would be nice as like a centerpiece for a nail. So for example, if you wanted to do like a thumbnail design, I'm trying to balance this on like that, and like maybe did some chrome around it or something, I thought that would look pretty cute. And then these are the other charms. Some very cute Sakura cherry blossom silver charms. They come in two different sizes, so these ones on the top are tiny. They're so tiny, so small, as you can see in comparison. They all have like a little pearl in the middle as well, which is quite cute. And then I picked them up in a slightly bigger size, which is still very small, honestly. You can probably see them better here. They're very cute. They look really good quality. I think I'm gonna end up using these on one of my next sets because they're actually small enough where they can be like a nice detail that doesn't overtake the nail. And sometimes that's what you want from a charm. And then this one charm here, I didn't think it was one. I thought I was buying 5, but it was just one. It looks like this, kind of like a Van Cleef inspired charm. It's really cute. It's very nice quality as well. Like a really nice weight to it, honestly. It's kind of heavy if you're wearing this on your nail. But yeah, again, like it's just like a nice centerpiece kind of charm. So pretty. I kind of wish I'd picked up more of these as well. But it's fine. Maybe it can be like an individual charm. And it has like a pretty nice like pearlescent finish to the top as well. We are, oh my gosh, no. We are almost at the end, guys. Just a couple more things. So these are all rhinestone charms. I picked up quite a few from different listings. 3, 4, 5 different listings. I really restrained myself not from buying lots of different sets from this listing. Now I feel like maybe I could have. I don't know why. For some reason, when I see on a listing that it's like 50 pieces, that always seems like so many pieces to me. But then when they actually arrive, it's not that many pieces at all. Like I could probably have done with going with like the 100 pieces for these, or also picking up a few different other varieties because it had lots of like different color mixes. This is how they look. Hopefully you can kind of like see the angle, okay? I really wanted to pick up a lots of tiny single color charms that would fit details, because I find when you are searching for a lot of kind of like rhinestone type of charms, A, a lot of them are silver back, and B, a lot of them are like very chunky, so you can't actually like layer a lot of different varieties on the same nail. It kind of is like a case of you add 1 or 2 and then that's your nail done. You can't really do anything else to it, which is a nice design if that's what you want, but I also tend to like these charms to add details to a set. Silver, purple, and pink. They are super sparkly and tiny, as you can see in comparison to my nails. A green, yellow, white, and gold mix. I really like greens, yellows, oranges even, and whites. I basically like every color, honestly. This is how these ones look. And then a pink, green, and kind of white silver mix as well. Same kind of shapes, same sparkle. But yeah, super pretty, super small. Following on from that theme, some colored charms from another listing as well. These ones are a bit more Aurora-y. Sorry, I'm trying to keep everything in a packet just because these are very tiny charms, right? I think I'm considering doing a video of organizing everything separately. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, let me know please. But yeah, we have some like clear white ones, orange, pink, purple, you know the kind of drill. These ones are not as shiny, they're a bit more Aurora shift. And then these last three, I believe, are all from the same listing. They're just in different sizes and different shapes. So some very tiny ones in a mixture of shapes. These are basically like just clear charms, which is so useful, right? Sometimes you just want to add on some clear rhinestones just to fill a space. Some medium ones, because again, I still wanted to do kind of statement rhinestone designs. I just didn't want ones that were super chunky, which it tends to be the case with the ones I find on Temu and AliExpress. So I picked up these kind of like middle size ones. These are like your chunky ones. So these ones are probably the ones I would use as a statement, but they are the right size where it doesn't overtake the nail. Like as you can see, this like rectangular one here would be very big statement on the nail, but this one here would not be a huge statement. Like this is the sort of like shape where you could like put it on quite nicely and then decorate around it with some of the other colored like tiny charms as well. So that was a thought process there. Very glad I was able to find some of these. And if you're interested in kind of like seeing how they all size up to each other, hopefully that gives you a good indication there. And the pink one's obviously the same size as these ones. And lastly, from another listing, I also picked up these. These looked really cool on the listing. It looked like a lot of pre-shaped gems, which is why I actually picked them up, because sometimes it can be very time consuming and take up a lot of mental energy, honestly, to figure out the placement of the gems that you want to use. Like I feel like people think that using like stickers and gems and molds and all of those additional things to make things easier is kind of like cheating in a way. It's really not, because honestly it uses the same amount of time and brain power to place these sorts of things. I did think the listing that they would come like pre-stuck together. Clearly I was mistaken. I was a clown, because they are not, but it's fine. I still have cute gems. They kind of numbered them, so 7 and 11 I guess are pretty similar. There's a lot of like rhinestones and small like silver balls and things in these, which I thought was a chain, but it's not. It's fine. But they do have like a lot of clear Aurora gems, which are not too bulky, you know? They're not gonna be like super chunky on the nail. And they come in a mixture of sizes as well. So you can see this butterfly one is pretty like medium. The rectangle one is a bit bigger. And then actually, I think I was correct, because this one here, you see this one, this pink one, it does actually have these rhinestones stuck to the side of it as well. So you could stick this whole thing on the nail and it would look like you've individually kind of placed all of those charms. I think this one is similar. It's just in a white colorway, but quite a few of the ones in here are opaque backed. Just a thing to note there. These are 15, 19, and 23. I think 23 is pretty similar to the other two, where it's just like a lot of transparent kind of purple charms, some opaque backed ones, just a mixture of everything really. Very pretty purple color though. It's like a nice cool toned lavender purple. 19 again is pretty similar, although this is a bit more Aurora charmy. Honestly, it's like your kind of blue and orange colorway. You see this purple one is very big. That's the kind of size that personally I don't really use, but it also has a lot of nice smaller ones as well. 15 is actually very interesting. This one is kind of like just a basically a charm bow with a gem in the middle, and they're both pink. On the listing, it did kind of show chains linking around this. So I guess that's kind of like the design inspo there. But yeah, again, very pretty. Probably more of like a statement piece that you'd want to put on a nail, honestly, if you see there, like the sizing comparison. And then the final item of the haul, we're almost finished guys, is more flakes. As you can see, I picked them up from two different sellers. So these two are to complete a set that I actually already have in my collection from a seller that I bought from last spring. I picked up 4 of the 6 and I didn't have these two. I really like their flakes. There's been a few instances where I've wanted a specific colorway that wasn't in my collection. I'm gonna put the photos of the listing, but this is how they look on the bottom. I think I picked up like a very orangey one, this number 1, and then this number 3. Maybe it's like purple or white. Should I open this? Am I gonna regret it? Oh, because they always have this seal on them. Okay, let's, oh actually, yeah, I should show you guys. Okay, that wasn't as painful as I thought it was gonna be. This is how this one looks. Oh, I just don't want to get flakes on me. Because these are a pain to clean up if you get them on stuff. I think this is quite a like white one, but it has shimmers of blue, pink, basically everything. I never really know what the exact color is of these, as you can see on the lid. Like it shifts to like quite pretty aqua and then to white, but how it looks on the nail is not necessarily going to be that. It's very difficult to like actually capture the different tones in these flakes because they kind of tend to shift between everything. But that is number 3, and then this one is number 1. Again, it looks pretty similar on the lid, honestly, and this is how it looks in the pot. To my eyes in person, it looks like a very fiery orange shift with blues, but mainly white and potentially a bit of purple in there as well. And then these two, I believe I picked these two up from a different listing again. They have names which don't really mean anything. I think these two were like a super white, kind of like ice color. I think that's how they marketed these. I'm kind of hoping for them to be super white base and just bright, like white silver bright. I did use like a very bright one on the tips in here, as you can kind of like see there. I'm hoping it'll be something like that. Oh wow, see, it's all pulling the same color on the lids. That's very similar to the ones I picked up, honestly. I'm gonna swatch these in a future video so we can kind of compare them all together, because they always look completely different on the nail than they do in person. But this is how this one looks in the pot. And then last, okay. I mean, that makes my life a bit easier, I guess. Oh, this one actually looks so pretty. Oh wow. This is like a yellowy blue, white. That's really pretty. Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited to use this one. This one definitely, as you can see on the lid, is pulling a bit more like pure yellow white with a bit of like cool blue purple. And then in the pot, that's really pretty. Wow, that's super pretty. Oh, that's probably my favorite one. Very excited. That's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. But yeah, this is the only thing with flakes. People think chrome is bad, but I would argue flakes are potentially worse. But yeah, that is these 4 swatches pending. So that's everything that I picked up. If you also picked anything up recently from Taobao, especially if it was following my video, please let me know what you picked up. Or if you've also bought any of these listings, I'd be super interested in that. But otherwise, let's go over to the outro. Hello, we're back for the outro. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave any questions or anything in the comments below. If you've also picked up any of these items, then please let me know what you picked up. Or if you have any other recommendations for sellers and items on Taobao, also please definitely let me know that as well. Because I'm always up for buying more decorations and more supplies, TBH. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more gel nails content. My vlog is going to be next, so please stay tuned for that if you enjoy the vlogs. I'll also be showing some behind the scenes of making these nails as well, which people seem to really love, which makes me really happy. Actually, I really love these nails as well, honestly. It's pretty simple design, but I think quite an effective design. I just need to get better at photographing nails. If anybody has any tips for like, because as much as I have a nice high quality camera, I do genuinely feel like just iPhone photos take the best photos. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do take my nail photos, because I keep going between my camera and my iPhone. Anyway, I'm rambling. Please give the video a like and subscribe. All my links, as always, are in the description box below. It's gonna be it. So thank you very much for watching and goodbye.